Hi guys, welcome to another video. So today I thought we would get down to business and learn the 5 steps you need in order to overcome procrastination. Wait, that was 3. But first, I'd like to give a few shout outs to some of my people out there. Okay, first, I'd like to give a special shout out to all my ladies out there who run first out of underwears before doing laundry. Second, I'd like to give a special shout out to all my people out there who hit the snooze button more times than they actually check their bank statement at the end of the month. No shade. And finally, shout out to all my entrepreneurs out there who have business cards but refuse to do the work. This video is for you. Okay guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jenebu and my passion is to empower women to create the dream life and business with the right mindset. Alright guys, so before we dive in and share with you the 5 steps that you need in order to overcome procrastination, I'd really like for us to take a minute and actually understand what procrastination is and what it isn't, because in everything, I think the first step is always awareness, and once you have that, you're able to understand where you stand and how to move forward. Procrastination is always confused with laziness, but they are somewhat different, and I'd like to expand on that. I found this great resource on mindtools.com, and they were suggesting that procrastination is an active process. You choose to do something else instead of the task that you know you should be doing. In contrast, laziness suggests apathy, inactivity, and an unwillingness to act. Great, so now we know the difference between the two. I'd like to give some of my own experience. For a long time, I've always thought that I was lazy because I didn't achieve the things that I wanted to achieve in my life, and for some reason, I feel discouraged, and I fell into a depression and I couldn't get out of it. And sometimes, when we fall short of doing something, or when something happens to us and we fail, we just believe that we're not able to do that thing. And sometimes you have to give it multiple tries until you succeed. And you're not lazy, but you also have to give yourself another chance to try. And sometimes we're not able to do that. We're not able to forgive ourselves and to give us another chance. And that's what I want you to get out of this video. If you don't get anything else, you should always give yourself another chance, because we're gonna fail regardless of any discipline, and it's worth it. It's really worth it. Alright guys, so here are the 5 steps you need in order to overcome procrastination. So step number 1 would be to stop thinking you are lazy. And as I said earlier, it is very important for us to understand we need to change the story we tell ourselves. All of us, all the people that you see outside walking past you and towards you, and the people that you know, actually all of us have our story. And sometimes the story we tell ourselves is shaped by society, is shaped by the way our past, our mistakes, our experiences, and the people that are in our lives, because all these has some kind of influence in your life and in the way you see the world, right? And I think it's really important for you to change your story if it's not empowering you, because a lot of us, we so stuck in this story that we don't think there is a better chapter ahead of us that can actually be that step forward to actually stepping into our greatness. And I think sometimes we need to learn how to let go. For the longest time, I didn't know how to let go. I didn't know how to forgive people that hurt me, and I thought by holding on to that, I was the one having the power, and it's not really true. You want to change your story. And for example, when I was depressed, I needed to find a way to get out of that, because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it was at a moment when I was pregnant and it was really hard. I was dealing with that kind of hormonal changes, and I couldn't get out of bed. All I was doing was watching TV and blaming everybody and anything about the results that I was having in my life. And you cannot do that. You have to take responsibilities for your life. You have to take action. And changing your story is the first step to doing that. The second step would be to have a goal that excites you. that makes you want to get out of bed and work towards it. You have to be passionate about something, because as much as life is hard, it's beautiful, and there are so many experiences that awaits us. And unless you take a chance on life, unless you give yourself another chance and you forgive yourself, you will always fall short of your ambitions, your dreams, and aspirations. So always give yourself a chance and forgive yourself. Step number two would be to replace your bad habit with a good one. And okay, I used to have a very very bad habit, and as you may know, it was watching TV, and I had to replace it with a better one, because a lot of us make the mistake to actually want to stop a bad habit, but we don't replace it with something else. And the thing is, when you do that, there is a void. And somehow, when there is this void, you need to fill it with something else. And that's why when you don't have a new habit in place, you fall back to your old one, because you need to fill this void somehow. And somehow, when you know only one thing, that's what you run towards. And for me, I knew that I would need to replace it with something. So what I did was to focus on reading, because reading would actually allow me to, instead of watching 4 hours of TV, to actually train my mindset, to actually develop my communication skills, to spend more time with my family. Because if I'm not using 4 to 5 hours to actually watch a show, I can actually spend better time and quality time with my family. I could spend more time cleaning my house, doing my laundry on time, and other activities. 4 to 5 hours every day, that's a lot of time. And sometimes that's what I used to do, and I'm amazed by that. But when you are depressed, you don't see things clearly. And I think that now I'm in a better place when I can truly understand that I was procrastinating because I used to feel miserable about my life, and somehow there was an escape for me. I didn't have to look at my life and actually make changes. And sometimes I think when we procrastinate, that's what we're actually trying to achieve. We are trying to distract ourselves from what really matters, so that we don't have to feel the pain that we are feeling inside deep down. Tip number three would be to create a short to-do list. Okay, so the first thing you want to do in order for you to be more productive and effective would be to create a shorter to-do list. So many of us, we think we have all the time in the world in one day to accomplish everything that we want. And that's not possible. When you take out the time that you need to sleep, to go to your job if you have one, to go to school if you are going to school, to actually work at a job, and if you have kids like I do, and on top of everything else that you have to do for the house, errands, cooking, even going to the toilet takes time, And I think that many of us, we are surreal when it comes to our time and when we can actually achieve in a day. And I think the best tip that I have ever gotten from someone was to tell me to cut down my to-do list in half, and instead of having a to-do list that is as long as 7 tasks or 10 tasks, or sometimes like 1 mile, maybe to just focus on 3 for the day. Because the thing is, if you have 7 and you cannot only achieve 3, it makes you feel like you haven't accomplished much and that you are lacking, you know. And if you have 3, realistically 3 is the best number, because you don't have that much time in a day, because you have a lot of things to do. But imagine this, if you get to do 3 things every single day, the amount of progress you would have. Because most of the time when you have a long to-do list, you don't even feel motivated to do anything. So just have a small to-do list of 3 items, and every day focus on achieving this. Tip number 4 would be to schedule some downtime. It's very important for us to know that not all the days are the same, and not every day you have the force and the motivation to actually do it every single time. Sometimes we just need a break, and that's okay. And I really believe you should reward yourself every week and give yourself a day off just to relax and not do anything. When you are able to do something consistently, like you feel hyped, and you feel like yes, you can actually achieve anything. And sometimes we believe it's only when we achieve big things that we need to celebrate. And no, I really believe that you need to celebrate the small wins, because ultimately these are the little wins that actually bring you to the bigger wins. Because once you have a big goal, you need to break it down into chunks so that you can actually swallow it and actually get to that, you know, um, level that you want to reach. So yeah, don't forget to celebrate the small wins weekly. Pick a day, and every for me is every Saturdays. I try to celebrate my success and the good wins that I had for the week, and somehow it recharges me for the next week ahead. Tip number 5 is to ask for help if you need it. A lot of us, we don't ask for help because we see it as a sign of weakness. We think that if we ask people for help, they will see us as being weak, as being not able to accomplish things on our own. And I think that we need to, more than ever, learn to work together, because this internet thing is, it's all of us, you know, and you cannot think that you can make it on your own. I always say it, and I think that it's really important for you to know how to ask help, because sometimes we intend on asking, but the way we do it is not really clear, and people don't understand you actually need help. Like, you try to leave clues, but you have to be direct. And to be clear with you guys, I think it was the past 2 weeks, I asked one person that I met on Facebook, and I'm being good friends with her, and I asked her to be some kind of partner so that we could create a small mastermind group. And that has really helped me, because every week I get to talk to her, we exchange ideas, and you know, we support one another. Like, I think as women really need to come together and work together, because that's when we are the best. And there's nothing wrong by asking someone to help you, or give you a hand, or give you some advice. It doesn't make you weak. I think it makes you stronger, and it makes you smarter, because you cannot get ahead by just your own thinking. Your own thinking can only bring you so far, and as long as you remain in that place where you think you're good on your own, you will always be stagnant, because there's only so much knowledge you have, and other people have experiences that you did not get to have yet. So why not profit off of that, instead of trying to experience it yourself and have to go through the hurdles and the hurts and the pain and the embarrassment when somebody has already gone through that. I'm not saying, yeah, like exploit other people. I'm saying be smart, use your wisdom, and ask for help if you need it. There's nothing wrong with that. Alright guys, that was all for today. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content coming your way, because I love sharing my ideas with you guys, and I'd like to really interact with you guys and see where you are in your own journey, because I am sharing mine with you, and I really hope you can get on board. And what else? Don't forget to leave a comment and let me know what habit you try to overcome, and what would you like to achieve this year for yourself. So yeah, I think that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much. I love you so much, guys. Bye. Wait, is this on? No, it's not on. I don't want them to hear this conversation though. No, it's okay. Hey Rhonda, how are you, girl? Yeah, I'm okay. Did I do the laundry? No, I'm wearing my son diapers. I ain't got time for that. Yeah, no. I mean, I know I'm making this video on motivation and all, but I'm tired, girl. I ain't got time for that. They don't pay me enough for this. I'm telling you. Right now, I'm thriving on baby food and my son's diapers. That's all. Nothing much. Yep. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Wait, is this on?